Shalom, shalom, Israel. Welcome to another Stick to the Script. We got a current event class with myself, my brother Darash to my right, and my other brother Aharan to my left. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow all of the pages that we have so you can always be up to date with the content and when it drops. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at True Nation Israelite Congregation, and YouTube. You can subscribe and also hit the notification bell, and that page is True Nation Israelite Congregation as well. With no further ado, Darash is going to open us up.
God, okay. Let's see, what's the first thing we're going to deal with? So, this this current events class is dealing with current events. Every third Thursday we deal with current events going on in the world. And one of the new things, I guess, that I just found out about, we try to make it a little interesting for you. We try to mix it up a little bit. So I want to get into, a brother just told me about this. Did you know that Blueface had an OnlyFans page?
Nah, I'm not surprised though.
So, but now this is the one smart thing that I'll give him though. He turned it into a TV show. Oh, and it's on his OnlyFans page. But
he's getting paid from it.
He's getting paid from it. Yeah. But they have some of the episodes up on YouTube. And I just want to hit on it to show. A lot of our people think this stuff is interesting, entertaining rather. But in reality, when you see it and you're looking at it from an individual with a moral code, you're looking at it as an individual who wants better for your people. It's actually pretty disheartening. But when you are in that mindset of I just want to be entertained, it can come off as pretty entertaining. But I definitely want to. There's a few episodes that were sent to me, but there's one that I want to deal with because this is the one that I really somewhat watched today in order to deliver this information.
You subscribe?
Chill. I wouldn't even be on none of that.
Don't subscribe to it. Don't.
Let me see.
Got that $7.99 package.
Right?
Exclusive content.
Got the deluxe pack.
The deluxe pack. Let's see. Is this the one that I just saw? Ooh. Oh, no, I believe it is. But this bad boy back here. Oh, the audio.
It's already turned up, right?
Yep, it's all good.
Just make sure it's low on that computer just in case it don't boom. Where's the volume on this? It's on the screen. Are you talking about the audio?
No, to turn it up and down.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen. Oh, down here. Got it. That's all the way up.
Hey, this OnlyFans didn't turn the whole pandemic into I don't even know what to call it. People losing their jobs and they got employed by OnlyFans.
All they do is got time.
Audio good.
Just give us one moment.
Just want to double check this the right way.
Hope everybody's doing well.
Blueface got him a house in what, Chino?
I don't know where.
I think it's like it's either Moreno Valley or Chino. Yeah, I. Blueface, baby. True Nation shop on OnlyFans.
Chill. Ooh. Well, yeah.
Like our feast day content and stuff.
Y'all got to pay for it. Here it is.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's go to it.
Let's go.
Let's see. We got audio? Oh, okay. So we got to switch the HDMI? Oh, the settings. Got it. Okay, my bad. There we go.
Water.
Bitch, go take
No,
a bath in some
bitch,
water.
you get me some water.
Thank you, bitch.
You get me some water,
Man,
bitch.
go take a bath, thank you, bitch.
You take a
Go
bath.
take a
You
bath,
take a
I'm
bath,
gonna get
bitch.
some
You
water.
fucking stink. Your mouth is fucking dirty.
Fuck you thought? Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. hands on me.
Last night, this
What's
is
the-
my couch.
what's the Netflix?
I slept on it day
I'll
one,
put mine
bitch. Y'all can have those bigs, my nigga. Fuck out here.
He created a whole show on his OnlyFans and turned it into a reality show. And again, to the average person, it's like, oh, this is funny. Oh my God, it's entertaining. But he's profiting off of the stupidity of our people.
You want to watch it? You're ashamed of yourself.
It's when you see it, it's like from a carnal perspective, it's like it's funny. But at the same time, when you're really sitting there, you're like, damn, that's really upsetting. Like, this is what we consider entertainment.
So he moved them in to do the TV show?
I don't know what his whole process was. I just know that Blue Girls Club is his show.
This is reality too.
This is reality TV, right?
This goes on in our households today.
Yeah, this
and
ain't
they make it
nothing
as
new.
comedy. So everybody's paying in to watch, to entertain. But a lot of our people going through this, with all the drama.
And what a lot of people don't understand is that when you see this stuff, especially because let's be real, children are watching this. As a child, I watched a bunch of stuff I wasn't supposed to watch. And this stuff influences them. So you're seeing this, and I say it all the time. That's why it's called television programming, because it literally programs you on how to act. A lot of the women that watch Bad Girls Club, that watch Blue Girls Club, that watch, what is it called, Love and Hip Hop, all of those things, a lot of those females act that way.
Yep.
And it's mainly our people because it's mainly our people portrayed in those shows. Let's do me a favor. Go back to the PowerPoint.
These niggas don't get to see that for free. What?
My shit little. They get wet.
Right? I don't get to see my tongue for free. My tongue do wonders. My shit do wonders.
Show me your tongue.
No, that's how it came up. My tongue's out.
She said that's how I'm feeling.
That's all you got? Damn.
Yeah, the rest of your mouth.
What she said?
That's that retarded head on. That's that retarded shit.
Only one nigga know
I'm
how
gonna suck it upside
dumb I
down.
go.
Ooh, she
I'm
said.
gonna suck it upside
She
down.
said only one nigga know how dumb I go.
Nah, let's be.
And they just sitting up here. I think right before that, it was some chick saying, I don't show my tongue for free. You got to pay for that. And it's like on top of just the talking, I think it's a little further in the video, they sitting up there twerking and just acting a fool. And it's so crazy because for the past couple of weeks we've been talking about, world history according to the scriptures. We was in the Roman Empire at the time. And what a lot of people don't understand is where we really come from. Like, we had so much going on back then. If they saw this, they'd be like, God damn, what happened? What happened to us? But I want to get a few scriptures. I want to get Leviticus 19 and 29. I want to get Deuteronomy 28, 54. And then I wanted Deuteronomy. It doesn't matter which one. Actually, no, I want Leviticus first. Give me Leviticus first.
That's wild, man.
Leviticus 19 and 29.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
So, as you continue to watch the show, you see a lot of the stuff that they're doing. Like the chick, I don't know if you saw when she was walking away. She said, "Only one dude know that I do woo woo woo," talking about her fellatio game, like it's something to be bragged about. And it's like, she's not the only one. Let's be real. We see women do that all the time, whether it's on social media in a video, social media, something they posted, a status, real life. This is what they do. It's like, you happy that you a hoe.
That's the whole culture, though. That's what's big right now, is that whole culture.
Yeah, real talk.
You can't even hoe shame.
Yeah, you be out of your
Then you
damn
hating.
mind
How you hating on another woman getting money?
for being a hoe.
Like, that's what she got to do. That's the
So
argument.
because she ain't got no, and what's so
That's
crazy is, as a man, we done said this a number of times. It's like, man, if you trash if all you got to offer is your ass, and they looking at it like, well, this ass is getting me all this money, and then you got, I don't even want to call you men. You got males that are out there that are like condoning it, approving of it, endorsing it, like it's the thing to do. Because we're in a place now where it's like, I don't care how you get your money, just get your money. If you gotta bust it open, you got celebrities who got girlfriends or wives. They help them run their OnlyFans pages. Man. Where the hell do they do that at? That's crazy. But this ain't nothing new. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 37.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Now, what does that mean? A lot of people, oh, it's like you being a nigga, you being a spit. When you read through the whole thing, it said you're going to be an astonishment. People really look at us and be like, damn, they really doing that dumb shit. That's crazy, but it's really entertaining. Oh my God.
We've made a name for ourselves, and now we get I'm gonna say this: we used to get mad when when I say our people that's in the world, we used to get mad when they used to call us hoes, bees, and all that. But now they accepting it, as you said. You just you seen that one Facebook video with Cardi B, and then that one sister with the Bantu knots. They just like, hey, hoe is the way to go. Hoe is the goal.
The ones that was saying, well, at least we getting paid. Y'all the dumb ones because y'all doing it for free. Yeah, they be.
These are the role models of today.
That's the cold part. Because in the same breath, they'll swear up and down that they some queens. Yeah. I guess they mean it in the, when you look up the etymology of it, but it's not Q-U-E-E-N, it's Q-U-E-A-N, and it literally means a whore. So that might be, it's pretty fitting and it's pretty accurate.
In the proper context.
In the proper context, absolutely. But it says you shall become astonished in astonishment, meaning like, damn, look at what they doing. Oh my God, it's so entertaining. Like black culture is so entertaining and it's so crazy because like I said yesterday, it's so destructive. The music, over-sexualizing our women, dividing our people, beating up a nigga just because he looked at you wrong, shooting a nigga, robbing a nigga just because. Like, that is the culture in our music. Drama, the woman saying she don't need a nigga. The man and the woman always fighting about everything, but essentially until the man folds and say, all right, man, she just get what she want. Yeah, that's what I thought. My nigga already know. That's our culture.
Man.
It's unfortunate, but that's really the culture. We're going to become a proverb and a byword. Like, when you think of black culture or black entertainment, you have a preconceived notion before you even see a show. It's oh, it's going to be about drama. Yeah. It's going to be about killing one another. It's going to be about drug dealing. It's going to be about infidelity. Something in that realm. Yep. Never fails. Let's get
curses ain't no joke. That's why it's crazy to me when we really out here teaching and people will sit here and say what we're teaching is garbage, and you just like the nonsense.
That's really what it is.
You don't want to change from following the foolish lifestyle that you live in. You like the drama, you like the entertainment, and you like dysfunction. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah. And that's the craziest thing, because then they look at you like you the idiot because you don't realize that is toxic. Yeah. You don't realize that is dysfunctional. Yeah. You really don't see that. So what's wrong with you niggas? All y'all do is sit out there and yell at people. First of all, we don't. All praise to the Most High. We don't sit out there and yell at people. You ain't never heard us cussing nobody out or none of that. Nope. I can't speak for all the other Israelites. Unfortunately, you have some that give us a bad rap. But you never seen us do that. We don't go out there and condemn anyone. Yep. We go out there and tell people, hey, it's time to change. It's time to do better. It's time to be better.
Majority of the time, we just be out there to heal our people. Not clout chasing, though.
But one of my favorite lyrical lines, elevate and innovation over ignorance. And I literally that's, for me, the for lack of better words, the mantra. It's like we trying to teach our people to elevate. We trying to motivate them. Mm-hmm. We ain't finna sit up there and now we will sit up there and call a spade, sis. What you doing? Yeah, you are hoe. Yeah, I mean, you can repent from it, but no, you're a hoe. Mm-hmm. We got to call a spade a spade. It's not.
You a sinner until you repent.
Yeah, and no, it's not okay, because they get that confused too. You judging. I'm warning. It's kind of like me as a parent to my children. I'm warning you or exhorting you like, hey, this is what you should not be doing. That's not judging. I'm looking out for you. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Only God can judge me. Shit, that's the one you don't want to judge you. You want to get it right before that happens.
Their argument is, you tell them the sky is blue, they're gonna tell you, don't judge me. You gonna tell them the truth, but you still judging them. No, I'm just letting you know. I'm informing
while we're
you.
here, while we are here,
You can't judge, brother.
give me a second, because that one has been kind of bugging the hell out of me.
What, the sky is blue?
Nah.
You
where's the
can't
verse?
judge me. You ain't tell the judge that when you went to court for your traffic ticket.
Okay. To judge someone, because it's been bugging the hell out of me. You judging. To judge someone, to form a judgment or opinion of and decide upon critically. To decide or settle authoritatively or adjudge. To make a careful guess about or an estimate of the ancient Hebrew judges to govern. To pass judgment, to form an opinion or an estimate, to make a mental judgment. So us warning you, we're not giving you an opinion. We're telling you that this is wrong. It's not, well, that's what you think. No, that's what God thinks. That's where they get it confused. That's how you feel. No, watch this. Let me show you. It says it right here, word for word. Well, that's just your interpretation. Well, goddamn, what is thou shalt not prostitute thy daughter? What is a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog? Or harlot
times. That was the times of the old days. We don't live in those Bible times no more.
We still in biblical times, and that's what they don't be understanding.
I got my own relationship with God.
They be good for that one right there.
Listen, boo-boo. I got my own relationship with God.
I'm grown.
Hey, that's a legitimate
That's-
argument. They say that.
First of all, I'm a grown-ass woman. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing.
Man.
That's another word for saying, you can't you can't tell me nothing. What's the other word? I was talking to a sister on Facebook. In one of the comments, I had posted that video with Cardi B and that other sister.
Yeah.
And the sister replied back in the comments, said she's grown, yada yada yada. I was like, why does every majority of the time sisters use it to say,
So what
I
you're
can
saying-
make my own decisions? But
what they're saying is,
I'm grown to be foolish.
no,
like,
no, yeah,
I mean,
they're
that's-
saying
that's all-
I'm an
that's
adult,
pretty-
and I'm making poor decisions, but it is my poor decision to make because I'm an adult. Let me be a poor decision-making adult. That's what they're saying essentially.
Yeah, I'm grown doesn't mean you're old enough. I'm grown is saying I'm foolish. That's the new definition.
Yeah, they're
I'm
basically
foolish.
saying, let me continue to be an idiot because I'm an adult and I'm consciously doing it. It's different as a child because, like my children, they're babies. They just don't know better. They're saying, I know better and I know what I'm doing is stupid. But I'm an adult and I'm making the conscious effort to do so. Leave me alone.
Pretty much.
And it's really unfortunate. But that's why we in these curses now. That's literally why we're in the predicament that we're in now. Because instead of getting right, they're saying, leave me alone and let me do wrong. That's crazy. I want to get one more scripture. Sirach 26 and 22.
Did you still want to do Deuteronomy 28:54? Or you already read that?
I don't need that.
Okay.
Let's go to Sirach 26.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can get it. The book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 22. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle.
So hold on. Pay attention to this. Because people, and here's the thing. Understand that a hoe ain't just somebody on Fig. Hoe ain't just on Long Beach Boulevard. If you are someone who say, I'm getting with that man and I sleep with him, because he gonna pay me to do it, or if you someone that decide that you want to bounce around from rod to rod, you are what's called a hoe or a harlot. People think that a hoe is a prostitute only. No. If you have an OnlyFans page, you are a hoe. If you are an Instagram model who's sitting on your sink with your butt on the sink in the mirror, you are a hoe. You're showing off everything that you have that is supposed to be the unmentionables only for your husband. You're a hoe. If you sleeping around and you think it's okay, I was reading some posts the other day. It said, all my single sisters, how many when your man is acting up, how many backups or something like that do you have? And I'm looking like,
I do you one better. I seen one earlier. It said, dude said, ladies, how many of y'all ever got picked up from an airport by your man from a long weekend of cheating? And they was all going into their stories.
damn.
Talking about I made him feel bad for accusing me of cheating, so he came with roses, all type of crazy foolishness.
That's sick. That's disturbing. That's them curses. But the scriptures tell you, it says a harlot what?
And harlot shall be accounted as spittle.
He said you ain't, excuse my language, but the Most High said you hoes ain't worth shit.
Ooh, can I finish reading this script?
Yeah, read.
It says, but a married woman, right? Because what does it mean to be married? You honor in that marriage, right?
Absolutely.
And it says, is a tower against death to her husband. So most of these women in this world is going to lead you to death. That are harlots, that are hoeing. They are going to, their man is on a death trail. Down to the bottom. Look at Samson. Look at the women that Solomon married. A lot of these women that was serving other gods led him to his downfall. So you got a lot of these women, that are not righteous, that are doing all these things that the brother is showing. It's leading us to death,
And real quick, another thing that a lot of people don't understand, when we talk about the scriptures and the curses and all of that, people take the word curse and they attribute it to, like, I put a spell, I put a hex on you. No, it's literally talking about you now are going to be in a very unfortunate situation. So yeah, it's a condition. So when we look at our cursed conditions, one of the things that's really dividing up the nation, brothers is like, our women is hoes. Fuck 'em. Essentially, that's what it is. And our women is like, well, our niggas is dogging us out, so we gonna start acting like niggas too. That's creating division within the community. We have no harmony because it's like we don't even trust each other. And let's be real, it's predominantly us. You don't really see Asian people doing that. You really don't see Arab people doing that.
Just the ones that want to be like us.
Yeah. You damn near don't even see white people doing that.
We a broken nation.
Broken as hell.
Broken.
But
Man and woman.
But it's again, look at what our entertainment is. Mm-hmm. Look at what we feed into. Because I guarantee you, Blueface got millions of people watching this because they're like, oh my God, this is so funny. Oh my God, she punched her in her face. Damn. And she called her a bitch. What's going to happen on the next episode?
Especially if it involves our people, they're going to watch it.
Absolutely. But it's these cursed conditions. Unfortunately, this is these cursed conditions. I don't want to stay on this too long. Let's jump on over to, I guess, something a little more serious.
Switch it.
Not yet, because I know I don't have anything as far as on the slide for it. Okay. Tonight, it's supposed to be the final debate with Biden and Trump.
Damn, we back to that, huh?
Man, you already voted? You voted, right?
Not yet.
Remember, you got some camps out there that'll tell you, you need to get render unto Caesar what's due unto Caesar. And they say you must vote. You must vote.
A word?
You know how many, you follow the laws of the land.
Stop it.
Is voting a part of the laws of the land?
They teach that?
Damn.
They teach what?
To go vote?
No, they teach that you follow the laws of the land.
So
And you're actually supposed to, as a citizen, you're supposed to vote. Only thing is, there's so many of us, you can't really force us to do it, but you're supposed to go vote. So, I mean, and then you got all these people that say, if you ain't voting, you can't talk because you ain't a part of the change. Well, I mean, let's be real. Like, okay, you talking. This is what I'll give people. They talk about all of the other proposals or propositions, rather, on the ballot. All of the, baby. Put it on. We talk about all of the different proposals or propositions, and we talk about district attorneys and all those other people that are on the ballots. Fair enough, understandable, but let's be real. It doesn't matter which one we vote because it's been the same thing going on for years. Nothing changes.
I put it on.
So so it's been, how long has America been technically a state? Since 1600, 1500. 1776 when we established independence. So close to 400 years, right? At what point has any DA, has any president, has any governor really gave a damn about us?
Obama.
Let black people tell it. Let black folks tell it that man was the savior.
And keep it G. At least Trump gave us some money.
He gave us something. There's two things that I like about Trump. One, he gave us something. He gave us more than Obama gave us, at the very least. And two, he's honest. Well, he's a liar, but he's honest about how he feels about us.
He's a good devil.
He's a great devil. He's at least honest about how he feels. Look, here's the thing. I'm not going to denounce racist white people, but I will say, who do you want me to denounce? The Proud Boys? Sure, Proud Boys, stand down. You got fucking you got neo-Nazis. You got the KKK. Be on standby. I'm sorry, be on standby. Like, Trump doesn't care, but at least he's honest. Everyone's riding for Biden like, y'all forget how many thousands upon tens of thousands that he put in the jail with his crime bill. It's so crazy that, how we just so quickly we forget.
Y'all been tuning into the slander campaigns?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, it's a show.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a show.
It's funny. Trump put one out on Biden where it was like 10 minutes of him just like losing train of thought and losing interviews, and he was just slurring, and he was like, I'm tired. But after like multiple clips of him losing his train of thought and saying, oh man, they be going at each other's necks.
Man, you know what? Kind of a sidebar, but the one that really effed me up, and I feel like this was very, to me, this was disrespectful to our community.
I know what you're talking about.
What I'm talking about.
The twerking video?
The strippers.
Yeah, the strip club, and they singing Biden and all of that. Go vote and all of that.
Go vote, yeah. I'm like, this is really what they think of us. They're like, we know how to get their attention.
Cold part is most of us watched it.
Put ass on the screen. I was so confused at first because I was like, I don't remember what happened. I think something comes on at the very beginning of it. And then all of a sudden you see people shaking, just cheek shaking everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm fast forwarding through it like, what is this? And then then it stops and they start talking about the importance of voting. And I'm like, wow. I could pull it up.
Children, just close your eyes.
Oh yeah, but it's out there. This the world we live in. You look at Sodom and Gomorrah, the things that was going on in that city. It says this place was gonna be worse than that. It's the same place where your kids, it don't matter what age they are, you going for a nice harmless walk through the mall to probably get some hot dog on a stick or something, and you see two grown buff males making out because they a whole couple. This is what we live in. The Most High, he wanted us to see this because he wants us to see, what was our downfall.
Seeing the fulfillment of the scriptures.
He said, look, this what y'all want. Y'all want Egypt, or y'all want to go home?
That's the crazy part, because this is when it says this modern day Sodom in Egypt, people do not understand. Like, Sodom being anything immoral, Egypt being the captivity and the bondage that we're in. And it's so crazy because I remember when I did the lesson on the Egyptian captivity, and I paralleled it to now. I'm like, it was the same thing, because when we got to the wilderness, man, we want to go home. We want to go back to Egypt. Yep. Right now, it's the exact same thing. It's so crazy. Take us to the PowerPoint real quick.
Yeah.
Y'all look how they play on the psyche of our people. They know we
Even
so
wherever you are in the world, my name is Kevin, and welcome to my little corner of the
Beat up.
universe. And if this is your first time to my channel, and you
downtrodden, misused and abused, and this is how they get our people to vote.
Do you know who elects the DA?
We do, but you don't want to vote. Can't make it rain if you locked up on some bullshit.
Want trades and coding taught in our schools?
Then vote for the school boards that will prepare us for the job market.
Want to end cash bail?
They said, stare at the booty, be hypnotized, but listen to my words.
You know, it's exactly like the medication they show you. That's poison right there.
Absolutely.
That's poison. They telling they're having you listen, but you know the poison is right there. You don't even know it.
My thing is,
Those are the side effects right there.
what
but
upsets
you're not
me,
even know. You don't know it.
What upsets me about this, I ain't going front. What really upsets me about this is that you really had women that said, I do it.
They get in the bag.
They are, you right.
They probably got
Matter
paid
of
well.
fact, as it was a video, I think it was a TikTok. It was a chick. They had an audio playing in the background. Oh my God, you're a stripper. You're degrading yourself and blah blah blah, right? And it's the audio playing and a sister who's just pulling out bread out of her duffel bag, like because she was a stripper. Then at the end, she slapped a little on her butt and started shaking her butt. And I'm just looking like that's crazy that for the right price, our scruples will go out the window.
Sell they soul.
Easy.
Well, then vote for the sheriffs and county officials that feel the same way you do.
But you talking about, oh, they gonna pick who they gonna pick, shawty.
Ferguson just elected their first black mayor.
You know how that happened?
It's clear Black lives don't matter to some of our current elected officials.
If they matter to you, then don't let other people decide who's gonna run your community.
Get your booty to the poll.
Get your booty to the poll.
Get your booty to the poll.
Y'all like the wordplay? Y'all like that pun, that double
For
entendre?
information on how and where to vote, as well as resources to
But
find
the
out who's
craziest part
running
is,
with.
like, we in a different headspace. Like, we can look at this and we see the, you know, like it's comedy. We can see like how it could be funny, but like it's really sad.
Absolutely.
It's honestly sad. They take full advantage of our people. That's why black people don't need chains no more, because we got that.
You know what's crazy? When our people decide to do something, even if it's wicked, and I'm speaking for man and woman, because when you see a white, you know, not even a white person, but Edomite or Asian or whatever the case may be, and they say they're gay, for example, our people take it to the next level. They looking like drag queens. They got the blonde weave. I mean, our people take it to the next level. Even this, I mean, what? I mean, who endorsed this? I mean, our people was like, oh, we know what our people want. They want this
Easily.
that rump.
Easily.
They go to the next level with it, man. It's crazy that we so wise to do wicked.
But what's so crazy is, goes back to what I said earlier. This is our culture. Over-sexualize the women, downplay, downgrade the man. Hustling, drug dealing, killing, rapping about drug dealing, killing, all the drama. That is the culture.
It is. This is what it is. This
It's
is
unfortunate.
black culture.
Yeah, this is really the culture.
Immediately, Israel's out the door with
But-
all this. You would never know we was God's chosen people.
No, you wouldn't. That's the cold part. But I digress. So we had, asked brothers up here that they vote. Question is, are y'all gonna vote? Any of our people gonna vote? And if you gonna vote, tell me why. Please tell me why. Killer Mike says some real stuff. It was on that panel where it was him, T.I., Candace Owens, and I think 2 other sisters. And Killer Mike was listening to people going back and forth, arguing, right? And he sat there quiet the whole time. And somebody said, man, let Killer Mike talk. He ain't said nothing this whole time. He said, man, I'll be real with you. I'm just sitting here listening and I'm watching. And I'm like, are people really arguing over which slave master we want? Like, there's really an argument about that. Y'all really fighting over that. Same thing here. I look at social media all the time. They said I went for Biden, and if you complaining about Biden because he was evil too, blah blah blah. Well, look, you can't say nothing if you ain't voting. First of all, if I don't vote, I can still have something to say because there's a reason I didn't vote. They both some damn devils. One is just more overt. The other one's a lot more cunning, systematic, if you will. But let's go to Deuteronomy real quick, chapter 17, because it's like, well, does the Most High tell us to vote? And if he does, who is it supposed to be? 15.
I got it. Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren.
Read that part again.
One from among thy brethren.
One from the other nations.
From thy brethren.
One from the heathen.
Thy brethren.
Oh, one from thy brethren. Okay, read.
Shalt thou set king over thee.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
Thou mayest set a stranger over thee.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. Okay.
Which is not thy brother.
Oh, well, damn. That says something, because we all fighting over two strangers.
Yeah. But you know what Israel's response is going to be? The president's not the king. That says a king, not a president.
Well, that just tells me that when I hear certain statements like that, it now shows me where your reasoning, your critical thinking, and your intelligence as a whole lies. Because what was a king? A king was the ruler of the people. You know what the president is? Allegedly, he's the ruler of the people. It's the same thing. Yeah, we don't have kings and stuff here because America said we're not going to do it that way. But yes, they still have a ruler. Either way it goes, it's not the person that's over us. It's not our people, so it ain't our place to vote.
That's the whole principle.
Exactly, and that's the thing. And what a lot of people don't understand, like people be like, "Oh, y'all can't follow them laws." No, we really can, and it's so beneficial. This is one that I bring up all the time. I'm like, you know why the Most High said that? Like, in all seriousness, do people know why the Most High only said those that are of your nation above to allow them to rule over you? Well, because they gonna rule righteously. No, that's not the only reason. It's because when you got somebody that is of your people going through the same thing that you're going through, they can relate to you. They know what the people needs or the people need.
You thought about it?
Fix that. But they know what we need.
God.
So that's the Lord put these laws in place for us for a specific reason. That being one of them.
You automatically set yourself back too if someone who is not of your people is above you, because they gonna look out for their people first. Period.
Well, for the most part, that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm saying, like here, I mean, if you're not us not reigning according to the Most High, even our own people, if they was ruling, they wouldn't put us first. Nah. They said, well, we'll put us first, but we're going to put the gay ones first. We're going to start off with them. Because they're doubly discriminated against because they're gay and they're black. And I just feel like that's not fair. Like, it's not the same. Not in the slightest. It's not. It's not.
So we got to wait on our king, Yahweh Shai.
Absolutely. So, again, that one was going to be a lot shorter. So we got the presidential debate going on. Scriptures tell us we don't do that. And again, you look at both sides, it's two heads of the same beast. That's what y'all don't understand. Trump is a devil. Biden is a devil. Trump is just a more direct and overt devil. I can respect that. Biden, I can't respect that because it's like, dude, be real with us. You don't give a damn. You don't care.
Yeah.
Let's be real. You don't care.
Trump's so cold though. He was talking about the coronavirus putting people at risk.
China.
And he was like, Biden don't even have that problem because nobody shows up to his rally.
Hey, I can sit there and say they're at least very entertaining.
You seen the video? Biden got off the plane. He was like low key waving, but it was nobody out there on the plane.
Yo, Trump is And I ain't gonna front. That's part of the reason I like Trump too. He's not charming, but he's hilarious.
Oh, he's funny.
I don't care what nobody says. If you sit up here and say Trump ain't hilarious, you're just being biased.
Probably the funniest president we've had in a while. Dude.
Probably ever.
Since the beginning, he said,
China.
China. He called it Kung Flu. Like, this dude is undefeated. And then, you know, he don't like Mexicans, so he has something in New York, and he started talking about how Puerto Ricans are just Mexicans with a New York accent. This man, dude, he's out there with it. I can respect somebody like
Absolutely.
that.
I mean,
you know what you get in. With Biden, he gonna sit here and play cool. He got this what seems to be a black woman backing him, so you figure, oh, he might be for us. Turns out the whole time he hates you too.
Absolutely.
He played the violin for you.
Absolutely. Well, he's the one doing the torturing too. It's unfortunate, but you know this is where we are. So again, the scriptures tell us we don't vote. We ain't got nothing to do with Babylon, you know. And then real quick, I want to touch. Give me Lamentations 4.
The Chinese virus. The reporter was like, why are you calling it that? Because it came from China.
China. It came from China. That man had me weak. Oh, that was so funny. China.
What you want?
I need a few of them real quick. We're gonna rifle them off. Lamentations 4 and 17. Deuteronomy 26 and 25. And then whoever get that one, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 48 as well.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So, reason why I'm bringing this up, we're going to take it back to the PowerPoint cube. Ice Cube. Here's the thing. And you know, you got a lot of people, oh, Cube sold out, he'll sell out. No. I get it. I understand the sentiments, but scriptures tell us, like, you go into a nation that they can't do nothing for us, and they ain't going to do nothing for us. Give me Deuteronomy, give me Proverbs 26 and actually give me Deuteronomy 28 and 48 first. Then we're going to read this and then get Proverbs.
God, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies.
So we're going to be subservient to our enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Most High put us in this position. Read.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck,
right,
until he have destroyed thee.
So understand this was through a process of time. It ain't like, oh, Trump ain't put a yoke of iron. Yeah, we know he didn't literally put a yoke of iron on our necks, but this is talking about this particular nation as a whole. It said we were going to have to serve them in want of all things. So what did Cube do? He said, well, I know Trump is the leader right now. I went to both Biden and Trump to holler at them because I wanted to find a way or speak to individuals who can do something about the black problem, the problem in black America. And people called him a sellout for it. Now, I'm not calling Cuba a sellout, but I'm going to say you're wasting your time. So I'm going to read some of this article really quickly, and then I want Proverbs. So we're going to start from the top. It says, after taking heat for a few days, rapper Ice Cube spoke to CNN on Friday to set the record straight on why he was working with President Donald Trump. Cube spoke mostly with Chris Cuomo about his contract with Black America, a plan he released earlier this year to address the racial inequality. Cube said he has never met with Trump and is never trusting either his campaign or Joe Biden's campaign. He's going by action. I didn't run to go work with any campaign. Both campaigns contacted me, Cube said. Both campaigns wanted to talk to me about the contract with Black America. One campaign said, we love what you have done, we love what you have, but let's really dig into it after the election. And one campaign said, we love what you have, do you mind talking to us about it? And that's what I did, so I didn't run to nobody. Trump's plan, dubbed the Platinum Plan, includes initiatives such as neighborhoods with highest policing standards and replacing failing schools with full school choice. Cube is willing to work with both teams, he said, and with whomever will work with him. I'm not playing no more of these political games. We're not a part of a team. So I'm going to whoever's in power, and I'm going to speak to them about our problem specifically, Cube said, explaining that our is referring to black Americans. I'm not going in there talking about minorities. I'm not going in there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for black Americans and ones who are the descendants of slaves. During Friday's interview, Cube spoke about closing the wealth gap and how those who don't have money are disrespected in this country. Here it is. This is the problem in black America. Black people don't own capital, he said. We cannot survive in America another 100 years living like this. On Tuesday, Katrina Pearson, a senior advisor for the president, tweeted that Cube helped develop Trump's platinum plan. Leaders going to lead, haters going to hate. She wrote on Twitter, "Thank you for leading." Ice Cube unveiled his 13-part plan in July, which included points such as police and prison reform and interest-free loans for home ownership. Though he denounced Trump in 2016, he has said in recent months that he wants to change regardless of the political party. If anyone has a problem with that, it seems like a personal problem.
I want Cube for president.
They ain't gonna let that man Q be president either.
Ain't trying to make
But-
sure we solid out here.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. They said, Trump was like, let's hear it. Trump said, I like your ideas. I appreciate that. But let's go to Proverbs 26. Actually, I want one of Sirach too. Proverbs 26 and 25.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not.
So it sound good. We like that plan, Q. Read.
For there are 7 abominations in his heart.
But it said you can't trust them because, let's be real, one of two things. Either they feel like it'll benefit them, so they'll go with it, or they're just flat out lying to you because they know that you're an influencer. You will influence everyone else to follow them. Well, hell, if we all back Trump, Cube is backing Trump, and Cube is trying to look out for us, Trump gonna hop right back in and be Trump, like he been doing. He's a comedian, and he's a compulsive liar. Mm-hmm. And yes, absolutely. Let's get Sirach 13. And do we want to start at 5?
4.
4? Okay, read that.
Sirach chapter 13, verse 4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
So Cube he's a celebrity, both an actor and an artist. He got pretty much all of black America, the uppity Negroes and the gangsters. Said if he's for you, if you can help him out, he'll holla at you. Read.
If thou have anything, he will live with thee.
Uh-huh.
Yea, he will make thee bare and will not be sorry for it.
Read.
If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair.
It says, if you have need of thee, he will deceive you, will smile upon you, and put thee in hope. Oh, yeah, I like that idea. Mm-hmm. It says, and speak thee fair. You know, haters gonna hate and leaders gonna lead. Thank you, Cube, for leading. Right? Read on.
And say, what wantest thou?
So what are you trying to get? So if he can use you, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. But it's always for their own benefit. Let's be real. It's for their own benefit. So Most High already said it off the rip back in Lamentations. We focused on another nation trying to save us. They can't save us. They can't do nothing for us. Respect the effort, but let's be real. These demons have been demons since the inception of this country. The only way, like we've been saying, the only way we're going to get out of these conditions is to keep these laws. Period. Because it don't matter what you put together. Bottom line is, even if we get some of this stuff together, it's like, okay, now what? It seems like we're starting to thrive. Now what do we do? I feel we should go this way. You feel we should go this way. You feel we should go. First of all, we got to be on one accord. Because you may feel we need to do this. We need to focus on economics. No, we need to focus on unity. No, we need to focus on I don't know, morals. We all looking like, well, damn, where do we start? It's not, we can't. So we all got to start somewhere. And let's line up all the books. Let's line up all of the solutions, and let's see which one works. Because as bad as people talk about the scriptures, not many of them have really sat back and meditated on what it really says. Y'all keeping them damn laws. Ain't nobody even keep all them laws. Really? You know how simple it is to keep these laws? Don't steal. Don't gossip. Don't hold grudges. Don't kill. Don't sleep with another man's wife. Don't eat these certain foods. Don't have sex with your relatives, your close relatives. Don't have sex with your brother, your mama. Don't have sex with an animal. Now, that may be a little difficult for white people, but, you know, don't don't have sex with animals. Don't have sex with dead bodies. Don't have orgy. Like, it's literally, it's very simple.
All of that is simple. It'd be the pork.
The pork and the shrimp, boy. Tell you. That'll kill you.
And the hoes.
And the hoe. You know what? A lot of people that stayed away from the truth out of their own mouth. They say, I just love them.
You remember Dino, the pimp?
Yep.
He was like, 'cause I guess he grew up with Raymond Washington and everybody, so he was around when gangs was formulated.
Yeah.
He was back and forth to court. He was like, the judge asked me, Dino, why you ain't never been in no gang? He said, Judge, it's because I always had a gang of hoes. Pimping was his vice. He can't stop pimping.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. But that pretty much ends my segment. The crazy, these current events, man. Like I said, they got the great debate going on tonight with Biden and Trump. Like I said, we don't vote for either of them. You know, Ice Cube out here trying to work together with these devils. More than likely, it ain't going to accomplish anything. He may get a little bit past, but not much. And then just seeing more of the destruction of our people in television programming. We got to come up out of this. It's on Yasha. It's Aharan. All right.
Great job, Bob. Great job. Great job, man. So this next topic, moving on. This next topic, you know, is going to be based on global warming. Whether people believe it's real or it's not, we're going to prove it through the scriptures because it's current. This is definitely something we have to know and be sure about. You know, what's going on with our weather and even everything that's going on, a lot of things that are dying, a lot of the Most High's creation, including our people, you know, which are dying in the streets to this day. So, of course, nothing's have changed and things are just getting worse. So if you could hit
I got you.
the next tab, I'm going to show y'all something.
The NASA one, right?
Yeah, the NASA. So as you can see, this is NASA, right? The website. To the right, we're going to be looking at is an image of what the temperature of the Earth, right, back in 2002. So as you can see, at the text it says the temperature series above shows the 5-year average variation of global surface temperatures. Dark blue indicates areas cooler than average. Dark red indicates areas warmer than average. So as you can see, what they showed, the Earth was cooler. You know, people may say, well, this is NASA. You know, NASA. What if they lying? You know, the Earth has always been. Well, let's see. We're gonna use the scripture to prove what they're showing here, because the scripture does say the Earth is gonna get much warmer than it is. But I ain't gonna butcher it right now. So let's scroll that little bar to the middle, to like scroll it to the middle, not that bar, to the right, the next one. You see where it says 2002? Yeah. Scroll it to the middle. So as the years pass, you see the years passing by, right? 2007, 8, 9, 10, right? You can see the Earth. You can keep scrolling till you get to 2016. I had another one was updated, but anyways, it shows. Oh, actually, this one's the carbon dioxide. Excuse me. The next one is going to be the global temperatures, but I'll read it for you guys. The time series shows global distribution and variations of the. as I say, concentration of tropospheric carbon dioxide. So there's another there's another what did I say? There's another source where they're using carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide to try to block the sun's light from hitting the earth to slow the rate of, the temperature rising. Now, you may ask, I mean, how does that make any sense? Because they also say carbon dioxide is what's also causing so-called global warming. So when you actually see this right here, that's the carbon dioxide, filling in, the earth, it's being encompassed because of, a lot of fossil fuel being burned, technology is growing. I mean, everything that they make now is pretty much plastic, and plastic causes toxic fumes and all that, whatever the case is. So you read that, hit where it says global temperature. At the bottom, at the bottom where it says 2.0. Yeah, click it. So the reason why, you're going to see why I'm bringing all this out. Scroll down just a little bit. Ooh. Just hit that. Hit global temperature again. Scroll down just a little bit. So you see where it says to the right, you see the globe, right? You see it says 1884. That's the temperature right there. The blue being the coldest, and the dark spots being, above average, the highest temperature above average, right? And so scroll all the way to 2019. Let's see how it looks, right? You can do it slowly, see the change over the years. Because I admit, when I was younger, the earth wasn't as hot as it was today. I've only been here for 23 years, and, I already feel the change. I feel it. The summers are longer. We're already in fall, and it's still hot. The night's still hot.
Wait. Look at the difference when you hit the 2000s, though. How quickly it changed. So look, it's blue. It's still pretty blue all through here. And once you cross this threshold, and you get somewhere around right here, it's about to blow up.
Yeah. So I mean, when you read the scripture, I'm gonna just call it out.
That's crazy.
We're gonna read it. Yeah. We're going to read it where it says the earth shall be as hot as an oven. It's going to get to that time. And it's not like it's going to happen in one day because, the scripture, it speaks of a day being, it could also mean 1,000 years. So, being from, within the day we are living in, according to the scriptures, it's a process of time that the earth is going to get warmer and warmer and warmer. And it's important to know that because that also helps us knowing, okay, what times we are living in, and that's current. So now let's get another article. Hit the next tab, and this is the one that go ahead, my bad. Yeah, that's the one. So it says this is the website. What is it? Can you read the website? It says independent.
Independent. You want me to read the?
It says .co.uk, right?
Oh yeah, independent.co.uk/environment.
Right. So. Just in case y'all are wondering, it says spray sun-blocking chemicals into atmosphere to cut global temperature rise in half, scientists say. So they're pretty much saying that, in order to keep the earth from heating up or, by half, right, let's put more carbon dioxide in the air. So you can scroll down and give an image of, what they're trying to accomplish. And they go on to say spraying chemicals into the atmosphere to block sunlight could cut global temperature increases in half without any dangerous repercussions. So, I mean, they were just saying that, fossil fuel, is causing global warming, this, that, and the third. I mean, they're trying to block the sun's light. So, you know what that's going to do? What's going to happen to the plants on the earth that relies on sunlight? Now then, what's going to happen to the oxygen? Now then, what's going to happen to the food? There you go, you get famines.
Even more than that, it's so funny because a lot of people forget that, humans breathe out carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
And we need the plants to breathe in or take in that carbon dioxide from us and then produce oxygen for us.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's go ahead and remove the sunlight, which is in turn going to affect a lot of the plants, which absorb the CO2, which I thought we were trying to stop from being trapped.
No, but you know what it is? They're burning. That's one of the things. They are the first that's going to be burning in this heat physically.
Yeah.
They're the ones that need the sunblock.
And
Majority of the time. A lot of our people, I mean, we put it on, but I mean, majority of our people, we're not the ones that's burning. They're the ones that's burning.
Nah, yeah. And what's so crazy is a lot of people, when you really look into what contributes to global warming, it is a big part of it is the vehicles, fossil fuels, and whatnot.
Of course.
But a lot of people fail to mention livestock. So literally farming livestock or farming cattle, because you have all of that fecal matter all over the place, and in the fecal matter it produces methane. And methane is one of those gases that go. It's not just carbon dioxide or CO2 or carbon emissions that is contributing. It's methane. It's a bunch of different chemicals.
Together,
Yeah. And what a lot of people don't know is that livestock. If you can go, I'm gonna go find that documentary and I'm gonna post it later when I can remember it. All of them was done by white people. It was like it was a business. I bet you it's still on Netflix. I'm gonna find it. But
it started off about water, I think, about the consumption of water and how that goes into livestock agriculture as well.
yeah, how much water is wasted on the livestock?
Yeah.
It was, but on the back end of that documentary, it was talking about how livestock actually contributes to global warming because of the gases of them.
Their waste.
Yeah, their waste. And a lot of us, we don't know that. We're like, oh, you need to start driving with cars that are that emit less fossil fuels or whatever it's called.
But like I mentioned, even their manufacturing companies, even everything, all that they're trying to create, they're cutting down trees. This is Esau. I got a scripture where the Most High said he created them to destroy. That's what their purpose is to destroy, to conquer, right? They're pretty much the pricks on our backs. So, let me finish reading that article at the in this article, right? It says solar geoengineering has long been floated as a potential method to tackle global warming, right? Quote, but many are literally spraying aerosols into the air, could even exacerbate climate problem. Yeah, you can scroll down to the actual. Don't even bring that up. All right, climate problems by tampering with rainfall in some regions. But so that's all I wanted to read. So pretty much they're using what's affecting what's affecting the earth and its atmosphere to counteract the global warming. So it's like you're fighting fire with fire, and it's just going to keep on getting bigger. So now we're going to get the scriptural aspect to prove this. Give me Isaiah chapter 45. And what I want to explain, so I'm going to give me Isaiah 45 and then Isaiah 54. What I do want to explain is that we know that the Most High is doing all this. He's doing this to fulfill a bigger purpose. Most of us think, oh, this is global warming. Oh, Esau's destroying the earth. Well, look, we're going to get that the Most High, he rules, in the kingdom of man. This is his will for this to happen. So what is he going to do? He's going to use other people to do it, right? Just like how he brought Israel into captivity. He used other people to do his will, right? So give me Isaiah 45 and 7.
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. I form the light.
Right. He said, I form the light. Right. Go ahead.
And create darkness.
He created darkness. So if he wants darkness, he will make it happen. If he wants death, he will make it happen. Right. Go ahead.
I make peace.
If he wants this world to be peaceful, he will make it happen. So while everybody's saying peace, no justice, there is not going to be no peace until Yahweh Shai comes back. All right. So he said that's why the way everything is going on right now is because the Most High wants it to be like that. We have to wake up. We got to see this change, right? Go ahead.
I make peace and create evil.
And that's what's going on right now. We're living in evil days. That's all we see is evil. My bad. Go ahead.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
Nah, the white man.
I, the Lord, do all these
Nah,
things.
it's the Arabs.
I, the Lord, do all these
So
things.
no matter who it is that the Most High is using, at the end of the day, it's the Most High doing this, right? Give me Isaiah 54:16. Anybody got it? Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 54, and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
Right.
And
Listen to this.
And I have created the waster to destroy.
So he said he created the waster to destroy. I mean, it's clear as day that the Most High, he created a specific people to be I don't want to say the word, but shit bucket, and he created a people to be the most beautiful stones in the earth. You know, this is what the Most High did. He also created the people to cause mayhem in the earth. When he wants it, he's like, okay, I'm gonna send this nation of people to go do this, and this is what they're gonna do. This is their job they're gonna fulfill. So he was gonna say, right? So it said, and I have created the waster to destroy, and also said he created the smith that bloweth the coals. I mean, everything he created for his purpose, and we go read that. Go ahead. Actually, give me Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17, and then give me Deuteronomy chapter 32. Somebody give me Daniel 4:17 and Deuteronomy 32. Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know.
Right, the living, right? Everybody that's here alive, breathing, this is what y'all need to know. Go ahead.
May know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
So the Most High, he's ruling everywhere. Whatever you see man is doing, that's the Most High doing it, right? If the Most High said you're going to go into captivity, right, for 400 years, the Most High is going to do it. He's going to use other people to do that, right? If the Most High said the earth is going to get hot, how in the hell is he going to do that? He's going to use other people to do that, right? Go ahead.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Right, so whoever he will, I'm going to show you. Go ahead.
And setteth up over it the basest of men.
So he even will use the basest of men, the most vile, the most grimy, dirty people on earth, and that is Esau. The so-called white man. He put them at the top.
You sound racist. Watch your mouth.
Hey, this is the truth. God said he called them the basest of men. He called them the bottom, and he called his people the top. Right now, we're not there because of our transgressions. Right now, as you can see what our people are doing in those videos, you know. But going back to what I was saying, it said he set it up over it, the basest of men. He's like, hey, I will use the most lowest people to destroy this earth. Just to show you my power. Just to show you that I'm your God. And this is what I could do to you to get you right. Right? Give me Deuteronomy 32 and verse 21.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
So our people, we not, they like to say, oh, black people always mad. Okay, all right. But yeah, we always angry. We provoke to anger when they shoot us in the street, when they do this, they provoke us to anger. The Most High is literally doing that to us because we're not paying attention to the signs of the end times. We're not looking at what the Most High is trying to show us, right? So he said, with a foolishness, with a dumb nation, right? With a dumb nation, he's going to make you mad. Like, I mean, how is somebody that's dumber than you going to piss you off? But he did it. The Most High, he's showing you like, this is my power. I made somebody that's supposed to lick the dust off your foot to make you mad, right? Last scripture for that part, give me Proverbs 16:4. And then somebody else can give me Romans 9:19. Proverbs 16.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
So it said he made all things, not some things, all things. Go ahead.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Even the wicked for the day of evil. Now, I know we use this and say, the wicked, the day of evil is when they are destroyed. That's their purpose. Well, let me give you another side of that. The day of evil for us was coming into captivity. The day of evil us is right now. Our people being destroyed, killed. That's the day of evil for our people. The Most High is sending this nation of people to correct to destroy our people so we could come back to these commandments. And yeah, it's definitely not something like, we don't, the white man is doing his job. Well, the white man's still going to get punished for what he's doing. And all these other nations that are rolling with him, with the big dog, right? It said, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. He's going to use the wicked for whatever evil he's going to do or evil he's going to do on them, right? Give me Romans 9:19. So pretty much everything that this man does is ultimately fulfilling the will of the Most High, right? Like the scripture says, we're going to be slain in the streets of Sodom and Egypt, even though it kills us to know that, and we get mad and say they're going to provoke us to wrath, right? But he's showing you, I am fulfilling scripture. This is showing you that the Bible is real. The Bible is true because everything that we read is coming to pass. And then in their efforts to prevent, going back to the global warming, right? In their efforts to prevent the earth from warming up, they're still warming it up. No matter what they do to try to prevent it, it's still going to get warmer. Because everything in this mind that this man was created for was for destruction and destroying his own self.
Ain't it ironic how in their attempt to play God, they still can't out God.
And just like with Pharaoh. Pharaoh's going to harden, he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart.
Yeah.
He's going to show like, you see these storms, you see that's God, but you know what the white man going to do? It's like, oh, look, we could create a cloud
we can do that too.
We could create this too.
We can manipulate.
We can send
weather.
rain over there. We can make sure it don't rain over there. I mean, they got that. They call it the HARP system. I mean, I don't want to get into all that, but they're controlling the weather by all the things they're polluting the air with. They're doing that. They have an aspect of what the word is, God among men, God on earth. What's the word in the first book of First Maccabees? There's a name in Maccabees.
Oh, Epiphanies?
Yeah, which is God on earth, right? So they have that title,
God manifest.
Right, for now, because they're ruling, right? The Most High allowed it that way, right? So go ahead and read Romans 9:19.
9:19? Romans chapter 9 and verse 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
So like, who can resist? Who can here say I resisted the will of God? I mean, even when Samson sinned and transgressed, at the end of the day, it was the will of the Most High that was going to happen.
Yeah, when you read the
unfortunately.
Beginning. Yep.
So even everything that's going on is the will of the Most High. That's not no excuse though to say, well, shoot, I sinned because that was the will. No, because you have some Israelites out there that say, well, that was the will of God that I committed adultery. That was the will of God for fornication. Will of God.
It was predestination. They already knew I was going to do it.
But God also said He didn't give you no license to sin. So you got to understand that. Because if you're here's this. This is what the will of God is. If you you moving in a reprobate mind, right? God is going to give you that mind where, okay, well, you want to move that way? Well, I will send this spirit on you. I'll put this spirit on you, right? and you gonna act accordingly, and then you gonna fall off at that point. So give me Revelation 8:7, because everything is going to suffer, everything in this earth.
The book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 7. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood.
And we see that. We see hell falling. We see that, right? Go ahead.
And they were cast upon the earth, and the third part of the trees was burnt up,
We
and all
see that.
green grass was burnt up.
We see all that going on today. I mean, you see California, there's still fires, and it's been going on for months, fires on those mountains, right? I mean, they still haven't put it out. And you see, it said, go ahead, continue.
And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood.
They gonna read it?
And the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed.
So you see this third part. That means that means all these animals, a third of each of these animals is gonna be cut off, die because of everything that's going on. And yet this is the will of the Most High. But who is the Most High using to do all this destruction? He's using people, right? Give me Malachi chapter 4:1, showing you that everything is dying, right? A third of the grass, a third of the fish, a third of the animals, everything, right? And even our people, right? Because you read in Revelation chapter 12 where it said that third of the stars is going to be, what's it? Third of the stars? Y'all remember? I don't want to butcher it, but yeah, read Revelation chapter 12 because it even talks about how a lot of our people is going to be, you know what I'm talking about, right? If you can get that, but you got Malachi? One, read that.
Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Right, so the day cometh. I mean, we in the middle of a day right now, a day with the Lord in that sense, because we think all these things happen. Even everything we just read about, we think we think that everything is happening in just one day, right? What do you mean? For what? Oh, wow.
See nothing wrong with it.
Damn. Y'all foolish. So pretty much it said to behold the day cometh, right? Within we living in those times. So everything happens in a process of time. It's not going to happen in literally one day. It's going to happen until that end comes, right? Go ahead and finish reading.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Right, go ahead.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts.
And it's going to come to the point where it's going to get so hot that the wicked is going to burn up. You read about nuclear what's the word? Nuclear bombs dropping. You read all about that stuff that's going to happen. And that's going to heat up the earth even more. Because, I mean, if you, say they're standing by a fire, you having a bonfire, you feel the warmth. Imagine a megaton bomb. What was that one in Russia that you was showing me?
Tsar Bomba.
Yeah. That's destroying states, not just cities, states. I mean, they got those things. I mean, the Most High just got to say, go, push the button. He's the one that's going to heat this earth up. Right, he's the one that's going to burn everything in it because, again, this earth is going to get baptized with fire, right? Read Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 26. That'll be my last scripture. Yeah, Isaiah 30 and verse 26.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 26.
Yeah.
Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun.
Right, so we know that the moon gets its light from the sun, right? So that means that light is also heat. The brighter it is, the hotter it is, right? So if the moon is going to be as hot as as bright as the sun, I mean, that means that moon is going to be shining the way the sun is right now with the same temperature. I mean, the earth is going to get much warmer. Go ahead.
And the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days.
Right.
And the day that the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people.
Right. So this is talking about the end, right? Where this is where it's going to get to the point where everything is just going to burn up. You know, you got something to say?
I was going to finish the verse.
Oh, go ahead.
And healeth the stroke of their wound.
So what I really wanted was showing you how hot it's going to get, you know, and how everything, climate change and all that is scriptural. Whether you want to call it global warming or whatever the case is, the earth is getting warmer, period. And then a lot of things that's causing it is not just, it's man. Man is doing this. It's the Most High. You know, it's clear as crystal that it's the Most High that's causing this. But for the sake of time, I'm going to wrap it up right there. Pass it to the next brother, Yashami.
All praises, all praises. Let me see here. We are kind of getting on time. It's not going to take me long to get through this. Just want to bring a couple of different things because, you know, everything that we're going into kind of all ties into, you know, what I'm going to be ending us off with, which is the signs of the times. You know, the brother was going into it. We can obviously see that it's not getting no better here. It don't matter who's in office. They not finna change the state of the minds of the world, and that's what's being impacted by the Most High. Everything is becoming destructive. People as a whole, a destructive creature. We destroy everything we touch, and that's why the Most High gave us these laws to govern ourselves by. So, you know, it's not a doubt that we definitely living in these end days. It's not a situation where we can say, hey, this time next week or next year is when it's all going to go down, but we can just see we are living in the days of Noah. Complete wickedness. The minds of everybody is just focused on complete wickedness. Nobody is thinking about the Most High and his righteousness, right? So with that being said, something that's been bubbling up over the last couple of months, especially this month, I got a couple articles for you. This one coming from CNN dealing with SARS. And what SARS is a let me just get the definition for you. It says SARS is a decentralized social movement against police brutality in Nigeria. The slogan calls for an end to the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. So that's what SARS comes from. It was pretty much a group that was established in the late 80s, pretty much to watch out for police brutality. A lot of robberies were going on at that time, and this band was created to keep the community safe from those activities. What happened was, over time, as we know, governments become wicked and cruel. No different from Mexico and their government is being ran by the cartel, so it's very corrupt. That's what's happened with this movement, SARS. The same thing that they were established for is what now they partake in. So they were created to stop the robberies and to stop the police brutality. Now they're the ones doing it.
You know what that sound like? It sound like Crips and Bloods out
Yeah,
here.
that's true. That is true. That's a good point.
That's crazy.
That's a very good point. But that's exactly what it is, essentially. And, you know, in so much that the people in Nigeria, and some of y'all might be asking, well, why do we care what's going on in Nigeria? Real quick, give me Zechariah 7:14. I believe True Nation actually has a camp in Nigeria. Do we still have that? Okay, Khan. So if I'm not mistaken, I think we actually just established this year a camp in Nigeria. The thing is, people have to realize our people are scattered everywhere. There are Israelites in Nigeria. And the thing is, which we'll get into later, the curses follow us wherever we go. So whoever got that, read that for me real quick.
You said Zechariah 11:14.
7:14.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 14. But I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations.
Most High scattered Israelites throughout all the nations on the earth. Every single country, every single state, there will be Israelites there, period. So that's why it's like, okay, well, who cares about the Nigerians? Because I know Israelites are good for that. They some stinking Africans. No, it's Israelites, your brothers and sisters living over there, going through the same things that you going through here in America.
Facts.
Police brutality, being subjugated to all these super high taxes, and just being mistreated, used and abused. The same thing, right? Read on.
But I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations, whom they knew not.
Con. So this is what we're dealing with, right? Nigeria has been having protests, peaceful protests over the last couple of months, but mainly this month. And what actually happened was there was a situation where police opened fire. SARS police opened fire on peaceful protesters, killing about 30. Wow. I know we always talk about the in American history, what is that, the Boston Tea Party, where they were having that well, I don't know if it was a protest or whatever, but someone fired into the crowd. One of the muskets got fired into the crowd. I want to say that it might be something that surrounded the Boston Tea Party. But, you know, it's still happening to this day to our people. You know, you look at all the police brutality that's going down here in the States, because that's all we honestly care about, you know, here in America. We don't really care about what's going on in other countries, because this is our reality, our immediate reality. But it's going on everywhere, right? We getting Trayvon Martin and Ezell Forrest in all these different countries where our people are scattered because these curses follow us. You know, the brother was touching on, we got into these curses because we wasn't keeping the commandments. And the curses say wherever we're going to go, we're going to be consumed and overwhelmed, overtaken by these curses. Brother said we would be in...
That's literally one of the curses. One of the curses is these curses is going to follow you.
And like the brother said earlier, we would become an astonishment. Why are we caring about what's going on in Nigeria if it wasn't Israelites? Because we are the astonishment to the world. For all the third world countries that the heathens live in, we really don't care about them. How much news coverage do you really see about the third world countries that the heathens and their living conditions that they're going through? Nobody cares. But the minute an Israelite is going through something, all eyes is on them, right? So we have here a prison that was set on fire in Nigeria as the protest deaths toll rises to at least 56. And this is as today. It says at least 56 people have died across Nigeria since the End SARS protests began on October 8th, with 38 killed across the country on Tuesday alone. That was the big event where SARS police opened fire. 38 people killed in that one day. Peaceful protests saying, hey, just treat us better. Please stop harassing us. The same thing we do when we go and vote. Master, we're not trying to go home. We just ask that you treat us a little bit better while we living in your house. That's what you're doing when you go and vote. Same thing our people is asking for, marching for peace. We shall overcome. It's the same thing, right? It says, unrest continued on Thursday when gunshots rang out in the affluent Iki neighborhood of Lagos. An eyewitness told CNN, and his name is Adukio, a 22-year-old staying at a hotel opposite. It says, she said she saw fire and smoke coming out of the prison. I saw people jumping out and the fire was getting really crazy. Everywhere the clouds were so dark, she told CNN. It says she wasn't sure who was doing the shooting and saw people in plain clothes jumping over fences. Military personnel were deployed and all roads leading to the prison were blocked. A police officer at one roadblock confirmed to CNN that the fire may have been started by someone inside the prison. A witness living near the prison told CNN a crowd had gathered at the prison and set offices ablaze before the police and army arrived. We saw some of the prisoners try to break through a wall on the right side of the prison, she said. So the thing is, what are we getting to? It's a couple of things. Our people are being fed up. We're getting to the point where we are fed up. Let's go to the scriptures real quick. Give me 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and start at verse 14. We're getting to the point where our people is fed up. We understand that the world revolves around Israel. Everything we do either has a positive or a negative effect on the world. And we're at the point to where the Most High's word is starting to go out to the four corners of the earth. Israelites are waking up everywhere. That means our time for our Lord and Savior is coming close. And like the brother was just going into, the destruction of the world is what comes with Israel being saved. But the state of the world that is going to be in before we get that salvation is going to be as follows. Read that.
15 and 14?
Uh-huh.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Most High said, woe to this world. Woe means death, destruction, all things bad to this world. And those who dwell therein when you're not being protected by the Most High and his commandments, right? Go ahead.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Uh-huh.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
These are the times that we getting in. You look at all these different studies, and I think I have an article from CNN a little bit later that I'm going to bring out going into how all these different scientists and people who do all these calculations are saying that COVID has been one of the prime things that's helped all the civil unrest. People are irritable, weather conditions are bad. All of this is adding to the civil unrest and adding to the scriptures where it says, hey, it's going to be these bad situations going on. All this civil unrest, it says sword and destruction draweth nigh. People going to be standing up fighting against one another with swords, also known as weapons, in their hands. This is what we're dealing with. Go ahead.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men,
Uh-huh.
and invading one another.
And the thing is, Christ gave the breakdown to the disciples in the book of Matthew, I believe, chapter 24. When the disciples said, hey, what's the end of the world going to be like? He said, well, look, first you got to understand, don't be deceived. Following that, it's going to be wars, rumors of wars. He's going through the whole list, earthquakes, everything. It's going to be pestilence, sickness, death. And he said, this is just the beginning. What we're witnessing right now, because all these countries are at a state of civil unrest and damn near anarchy. People are sick of it. And the scriptures talk about it where it says they won't regard their kings or their princes. People are not going to be worried about what police have to say because it's going to be do or die. It says there's going to be sedition among men, invading one another. Because right now, through the music, trap music, hitting licks, all of that is cool, right? Other nations are starting to do it because that's culture. But Most High said it's going to get to a point where that's going to be for survival.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
And that's exactly what Nigeria is going through right now, because the people are so upset, and the reason why it's escalating is because the government is refusing to step in and stop it. The government has full power over SARS. They can say, hey, I can disband y'all. We cutting off this department, but they not saying nothing. They letting them do what they do. And that's what you got to realize too, and what we actually learned when we took our trip to Africa, that a lot of the governments are corrupt, super corrupt. They have all these different allies with the other nations, and they doing things that purposely keep the people in a dysfunctional and pretty much a state to where they can't get ahead because all of the allies is raping and robbing them for their resources. So the people are getting fed up with it. It's like, dude, at what point are y'all going to sit here and start caring about the citizens? So it said, hey, if y'all not going to do nothing about it, then we going to step up and do something about it. That's why it says they're not going to regard their kings and princes. But read on.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able to. Shall not be able.
It was talking about there was roadblocks being set up. Like I said, this is all the beginning. This is going to happen on a mass scale sooner or later. Go ahead.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Uh-huh.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Y'all remember how it was when COVID first kicked off and y'all couldn't go to Walmart and get your goods because everything was sold out? Mm-hmm. Imagine when it's going to be sold out for months.
For real.
Where you going to get your food from? You see your neighbor, they came in with hella bags of groceries right before it kicked off. I'm pretty sure people going to think about flocking them houses. These are the times that we stepping into. But the thing is, the Most High, he gives everything to us in spurts. It's just like that woman in travail going through that labor. Gets real bad at times, then it eases off. Gets worse, then eases off. Gets even worse, then eases off until that child finally comes out. And that's what we're waiting on, our Lord and Savior Christ to be delivered, to come and save us, right? So going back to the articles, right? Dealing with COVID. Remember, Matthew 24 talks about the pestilences and the diseases. Another article from CNN, it says, COVID-19 could kill 2,900 Americans a day in December, researchers say. Here's why. It says the last times Americans faced a fall and winter like this was World War I. It was just ending. A months-long pandemic exploded in the fall of 1918, killing 195,000 Americans in just the month of October. Fast forward 102 years, and the U.S. is on track for another devastating fall and winter. By the end of December, COVID-19 could kill more than 2,900 people a day in the U.S., according to projections Monday from the University of Washington's Institute for Health, Metrics, and Evaluations. It says, health experts say colder weather and the flu season, reopening schools, and the pandemic fatigue are a recipe for the most difficult months yet in the fight against coronavirus. Here's why. When more people are gathered indoors, there's less opportunity for viral particles to disperse, increasing the risk of the coronavirus spread. It says, dealing with all the different respiratory concerns, it said all of the aerosols are smaller than the respiratory droplets and can be emitted when a person talks or breathes. So same reason why they're saying, hey, all these outdoor gatherings are not so much as a problem, because it's a less chance for the disease to get you. But school's going to be opening back up. Everything's going to be inside because nobody wants to be outside. It's going to be large gatherings indoors. Everything is going to be increased. And they said on top of the flu, because that's the thing now, it's like you can't even get regular sick no more. Everything is COVID. So when flu season kicks in, you already know that they doing everything they can to get this vaccine pushed out, and the vaccines make people even more sick. It's a recipe for disaster. But the thing is, all this is the beginning. I wouldn't be surprised if we wearing masks for the rest of the time we here, because it's only going to get worse.
Man, you just said something. They give you vaccine. When they put it, what they put in the vaccine, the sickness, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing about that point I was bringing out. They're using a piece of the sickness to prevent it, but I mean, it's like then you will never get rid of it because it's always gonna be there now. You have already put it in your DNA. So I mean, how is that helping?
The CDC as a whole makes me still scratch my head, because I know they do things with dealing with scientific research as far as, you know, creating anti-venoms and things like that by using the venom itself. But the thing is, you literally have a center for disease control. They are controlling the diseases. They have all of these diseases stored up.
Yeah, literally, right now.
Stored up.
Right now.
My thing is, if it's get rid of it. But no, that's bad for business. If people aren't sick, there's no need for a doctor. But y'all not ready for that discussion. Let's go to this other article. This is from The Guardian. It says, protests predicted to surge globally as COVID-19 drives unrest. The economic impact of coronavirus is a tinderbox that will drive civil unrest and instability in developing countries in the second half of 2020, according to new analysis. Highest risk countries facing a perfect storm where protests driven by the pandemic's economic fallout are likely to inflame existing grievances, including Nigeria, Iran, Bangladesh, Algeria, and Ethiopia. This article is from July. Come on now. 37 countries, mainly in Africa and Latin America, could face unparalleled street protests for up to 3 years. Up to 3 years. But this is how cold Esau is. And like you said earlier, the Most High makes the evil to do what he's going to do, which is be evil. Esau will purposely cause dysfunction, unrest for political gain, things to make his pockets bigger and wider and deeper. Exactly. Esau will plan things out so that he can be on top 4 years later, even though the previous years would be horrible. So they know people getting tired of being inside, people getting irritated because they can't go and enjoy their favorite activities. They say, hey, you know, it's probably going to be a whole lot of political unrest, and that's okay. That is a sacrifice we are willing to make.
Because agreed.
Right. So it says 37 countries, mainly in Africa and Latin America, could face unparalleled street protests for up to 3 years. Global risk firm Verisk Maplecroft warned. But the risk of unrest in other countries, including India, Brazil, Russia, South Africa, Indonesia, and Turkey, are only slightly less acute and still constitute a threat to stability. It warned. The U.S., which has seen widespread Black Lives Matter protests following the killing of George Floyd by a police officer in May, could also see further uprisings, analysis said. The combination of these protests, alongside mounting frustration over job losses and President Trump's weak pandemic response, meant further unrest was inevitable. Esau is already expecting for our people to act a fool. Look, they said globally, yeah, but then they're going to talk about America. White people been having a whole lot more civil unrest than black people, honestly. Y'all remember earlier this year with the Tiki Torch cliques? It's been a whole lot 2020.
Wasn't it just this year where they felt like this was slavery? They said, I can't go and get my hair cut.
Exactly. What was that, Manhattan Beach? They was protesting. We want to get our hair cut, disobeying all local authorities and rules. That's ridiculous. But you see the narrative that's being put out there. It's like the world is already gearing up for Israel to take this place back. Out of everybody in the U.S., why are you worried about Black Lives Matter when we're a peaceful protest? Come on now. They know at a certain point we going to have had enough. I got this article right here. And this is dealing with police shootings so far. This was last updated on the 20th of this year, October. How many people you think been shot this year by police?
I mean, from what I've seen, I counted I counted at least 20. But then you heard about the recent one in Orange County, right? That was the most recent I've heard that just happened a few days ago in Orange County.
I didn't hear about that one.
They said that man pulled a gun on a cop and cop shot him down or whatever. I mean, that's what they said. I haven't seen the video.
What was he?
So you know how many times they lied? They told that same damn story.
Israelite.
He had a weapon.
And then they'll say, well, I mean, he probably didn't have a weapon, but you know, we feared for our lives, and he was being very belligerent.
But the man was running. He was running away from the cop.
He was running away.
But then it was told that, and they ended up in the backyard, and the man pulled a gun on the cop and pointed at him.
Allegedly.
But I mean, what, did he shoot? No. I mean, the cop shot him, killed him,
That's just like the brother out here
That's
that got
all I
killed.
know.
Over there on Hoover, I think. Like last month.
108.
Yeah.
And Western.
Yeah. So as of this year, as of this month, 1,003 people have been shot and killed by police.
What month are we in?
This is October.
I said 20.
10
I
months.
stayed correct.
10 months. That is, on average, 100 people a month.
Yep.
100 times 10 is 1,000.
But
since January.
This is only accounting those who have been killed. Remember, the one brother got shot in the back and he survived. This isn't accounting those who survive. It's safe to say you looking at least close to 1,400, 1,300 people been shot.
Probably more than that.
But we waiting for a race war. We still.
But then you question
it's
why
happening.
they put these things in the articles dealing with Black Lives Matter protests. We a peaceful protest, but when you got stats going up like this, it makes a lot more sense as to why they should be fearful.
Yeah, because eventually it's like, okay, eventually they're going to get tired of our shit.
Exactly.
Eventually.
Go to
It's just like if you bend a stick, or a branch, and then it's gonna come to the point where it's about to break, and you let go, it's gonna whip right back.
Yep.
It's gonna slap him in the face.
Go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 71. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot for y'all. Just trying to put things into perspective. Bouncing off my other brothers' information that they was pulling out. Just looking at the times we in, y'all. It's time to get it right. 16 and 71.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 71. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
These are the times we coming into. Read on.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the day of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
And that's what the Most High is promising our people. He said, look, if you keep these commandments, you actually really bear through all of this, he going to save you one way or another. whether it be physically and spiritually or just spiritually. The Most High will save your soul. Go ahead.
Also goes to say, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide.
Because a lot of our people are doubting these times that we in. That's why people vote, because we lost faith and we lost hope in the Most High God. We believe in our enemy now. Most High said, not so, believe in me. Go ahead.
And the guide of them who keep my commandments.
You see that? That's how you receive that guidance from the Most High. Keeping those commandments. Read.
And precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sin weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
So like Brother Darash was going into just the mental state of our people and how we cleave to sin. The Most High said this is not the time for you to be doing that. Don't let your sins hold you down to where the Most High can't pick you up because you're so defiled. Your soul is so stained. He said, man, keep yourself in these last days. He knows it's hard, but join a congregation, a righteous congregation. Be around like-minded brothers and sisters who will keep you on the right track. He said, don't let your iniquities lift up themselves. Don't let that sinful man inside of you come to the surface and abound. We're supposed to put that man to death. Keep these commandments, Israel. So with that, I'm going to end my lesson, unless brothers had anything else they wanted to bring out. All praise be to the Most High. Israel, we thank you all for tuning in. Again, please like, share, subscribe to all of our content. The faster Israel gets this word and repents, the faster we go home. So do yourself a favor and help us help you by liking, sharing, subscribing to all of the content. And with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.